if you look underneath the tummy there, you see two holes
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
in the aircraft. You can.
Yeah.
It's to this side, to the other side. That's where we drop the sonar boys out. The sonar boys are about this big. Show me the look like when we get on board. But we drop them into the sea. And they drop out of that, those holes there. Okay.
Gotcha.
That is the largest bomb bay of any surveillance aircraft.
Oh God.
Okay, it's very
Incredible,
big. You
isn't
see, it's huge.
Yeah.
Yes. But 25% of the back part of it is kept for life-saving equipment, rafts and that type of thing, dinghies and so on.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Missiles.
Gotcha.
Air-to-air missiles.
Oh, right.
She's all around aircraft. She's reconnaissance, surveillance, search and rescue. She's a bomber. And she's also a fighter.
Incredible.
That's the largest fighter going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
incredible.
Okay. She's got 4 Rolls-Royce jet engines, Space.
Right.
He's doing about 12,165 pounds of thrust. Okay, so I've taken about 49,000 pounds for 4 engines.
Was it the space that you used to put in the Phantoms?
It's possible. I don't know. I think they got the later model. These are very old Space.
Yeah.
It's got the later model. But
She is.
that window there is it's like a fishbowl. You'll see when you get up in the aircraft. It's a fishbowl. That's open now. And I'll tell you why they do that when you get on board.
Oh, look, hello, Brenda. She's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
This is a fiberglass composite.
Uh-huh.
Because inside here you've got an extremely powerful radar system designed to pick up a Coke can 20 miles at sea.
Blimey.
Pretty good.
PU, which is an auxiliary power unit.
Right.
It's a small jet engine,
Yeah.
which they start up and this generates power for the electronics.
Yeah.
It also helps us start the main engines.
Yeah.
Once they're up and running, everything's okay. We close this down.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Get a little view of the Bombay. Oh wow.
Big.
That is massive.
It is huge.
That's it.
And that's all Lancaster.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
Carrying incredible weights.
yes, it's an all-purpose plane, this, isn't it? Really.
She is, yeah, she's a very interesting aircraft.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Right. Wow. Oh, the smell. It takes me back, that does. Oh. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's the it's the smell.
The bit I wasn't allowed to see at Abingdon in 1988.
What bit was that? Just inside.
Yeah.
All this
Yeah.
She's very intensive, this aircraft.
Wow.
That's her last photograph into Norwich.
Oh, right.
Over there.
Yeah.
Sorry, on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Oh,
She actually flew in.
Yeah. 2010.
Yeah.
Holes in the tummy outside. Yeah.
Ah, right.
These boys.
Okay, so right, yes.
Right.
That's
What
right.
happens, we send down probes in here to check the temperature of the water, the density and all that type of thing. Once we got that information, we then put it onto one of these, which is Sonar Boy.
Right.
Okay. It's not bigger than that. And then what happens, we then set this to go poof at a certain depth.
Right.
6 this side, 6 that side. So when the operations over that area, there's a lot of work going on, very
Yeah.
intensive. And then drop in there, once it reaches say 140, it goes poof, and then what happens is, this comes out.
Ah.
One hand. Where's it at?
Cool.
Go on. Oh, that's yeah,
Yeah,
pretty damn heavy.
that's the
so,
weight
yeah.
it down, and
Hold
see,
that.
it's a passive microphone in there,
Yeah.
Ah,
and it collects picks up anything, shrimps, carcasses or ships, rub them together, and submarines.
Wow.
So you can imagine, once it's picked it up, it then sends it by cable through to this thing here, which is transmitter,
Right.
and that information is transmitted to the aircraft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
The life of that, people ask me, is a couple of hours maybe.
Right.
Because once they drop it and they've got the information, that's all they need.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
this just sinks. That sinks
Right.
into the sea. There's thousands around there. Okay. But you can just imagine 12 at a time being dropped out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The amount of information coming back.
Yeah. You get quite a bit,
99.9% of it useless.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the 1% you need, or that 0.001% you need.
Just
I'll show you
the-
how to figure that out.
Yeah.
She had a crew of 13 people, a mixed crew, and they were up for about 9 hours,
Yeah.
9-hour flying time. This had the refueling facilities fitted, okay, and could keep it up for about 16, maybe 17 hours,
Yeah.
Not bad.
which is still not as good as the latest 737, which we use in our Poseidons. They can start 21, 22 hours.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
they're after, you see. Time spent in the air. Style seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite plush.
What's it? You get ashtrays in the way. What do you know? Ashtrays.
So they do.
So we're going back a bit there.
Yeah.
you're
Goes
right
back to
there.
the old airliner days, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's right, yeah. Every good aircraft has to have a good kitchen
Of course.
or a gallery.
Business end. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the business, quite right there.
Yeah.
A chiller's oven. Got water. This is the water tank for the water. Then you got storage areas, whatever it is.
A little sort of dining area.
Yeah, yeah.
Little dining area, yes. You've got to be strapped in because you never know when
Just in case.
the aircraft
Oh,
is going to be put into
Oh,
a
no.
60-degree turn, yeah. Okay, now a big boom at the back, the mad detector. Okay, this is where the mad detector operator sits.
Ah, yeah.
She or he sits here. It's a mixed crew, men and women. She or he sits here. It's similar to a heart monitor in a hospital.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Any anomalies or malfunction, whatever it is, that will beep, whatever it's boop, 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 and then I will investigate what's going on.
Ah,
If it's important, they then send the information down to the commander who's done back there.
Right.
Okay, or down the front, I should say. So that's where they sit. The mad operator sits here. Air hostess mode, there, and there. You've got your emergency exits. Okay, so what happens? You grab the yellow lever here,
Right.
and this whole panel falls down. You're now on the water, okay? So you throw it onto the wing, it goes away, and in here you've got your life rafts and flares and stuff
I
that you
was gonna say where the
throw
life
as well,
rafts.
you see.
Right.
So that's what it is. She's got 7 means of escape. There's 2 at the back there, the one door we came in, opposite's another one.
yep.
4 here, and there's one up the front.
Right.
Gotcha.
Pure Vulcan, and the pilot and the co-pilot are ejected. The other guys in the back are left to chance. It's true, it's a shame. Really.
That's awful, isn't it? Really.
These are breakers or circuit or fuses, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so connect up
Oh,
with
yeah.
the
Well, yeah.
wires that
Little. Yeah.
they have to open because I'm fixing the lights in here. The wiring is incredible, the amount of
Yeah.
Just looking at this view, oh my god. This would be a nightmare to try and service, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be fault finding on this.
No, you've got to be trained for it, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. I was bad enough with industrial and domestic electrical, let alone something like this.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Our camera on the wing is here. Our west cam,
All right. Yes.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
and the operator sits here.
It's got a joystick control. Yeah.
The joystick control. So if he sees a bunny rabbit there, he can zoom in and check the colour of his eyes. You know. At this point, I always tell people, you know, what she's done, how she's helped us. Loss's Mouth, Kinross, Scotland, a lot of work around there.
Yeah.
St Morgan's Cornwall, doesn't work down there because that's where the Russian submarines used to duck in and out of.
Yeah.
You see, so we kept tracking them. Okay.
No,
She served in Afghanistan to track down the opium dealers
bloody hell.
and also maybe bomb them up
Really.
because they need bombing, you know. she was in the Middle East. That Alpha Papa Warwick fire they had, very bad fire they had in the North Sea here.
Yeah.
She came back from operations and she voluntarily got involved in search and rescue, coordinating the search and rescue. And I found around and just telling people there. And I think she maybe dropped one or two, I don't know. But anyway, she was also in the Falklands and she helped the Americans in the Caribbean tracking drug dealers, cocaine and all that type of thing. So she's had a busy life.
She's done a lot. Yeah, I was going to say she's done a lot of good work.
Yeah, she's done a lot of work. She's been good to us. Yeah. Okay. In here's where the navigator sits. Okay. Now they like to be in the dark, so they pull this curtain around here because there's ambient light coming from the screens here, and it's her screen or his screen here, and then she drops that.
Oh wow!
So there's total darkness.
Perfect.
So that's beautiful.
So you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's true. See what you're doing. Yeah, that's effective.
Wow.
Those sonar buoys we drop out of, they drop into the water.
Yeah.
All the information comes back. It comes up on these 3 monitors here.
Ah, right.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Now it's just similar to a barcode.
Yeah.
But these people are trained to know exactly what they're looking for. This is just a piece of paper. That's what. And they move it up and down. Up whatever the case may be. Looking for. They know what they're looking for. Once they find it, that information then is sent on to the commander.
Right.
Okay. So when they're in the operation area and all those sonar buoys are sending back a tremendous amount of information, they spend about 20 minutes here because it's so intensive.
Yeah.
Right.
They have to have a break and they come back again.
Yeah.
So it's been about 20 minutes here. Going out and coming back is just sit because there's no work happening.
Yeah.
Apart from just checking things and that sort of thing. I don't know if this is open today. Try it. I can't do it. What happens is this, that it's funny when you got the bomb bay underneath it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big bomb bay underneath.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in the cockpit or here, just all bombs have dropped.
Right.
And they're all live, right? So if they spot a bomb, for instance, this is now, there's a periscope here,
Right.
in here, and that periscope moves up and down, and they can check inside, up and down inside. This is a carpet now, but normally you would see water here.
Okay.
Okay. And they'll look up and down inside to see if there's any of these bombs wedged.
Right.
They're over the water, so what they do is the pilot will jug the aircraft
Don't shake them loose.
Yeah.
to shake it loose. If they can't, they'd have to ditch the aircraft
Right.
because no airport in the country is going to allow aircraft
No.
with bombs in it.
No.
Fuel tanks, you know.
Yeah.
No ways. So that's what that is for.
Right.
There's nothing in the front, the cockpit or here to say that any instruments to say that all the bombs are gone.
Right.
This is where our operator sits, not the commander. So the commander sits here,
Right.
and these are his staff here. And as I said, it's a mixed crew, many women, and we also have an American as well, so it's pretty mixed. And they do all the charting and planning from here.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is all code.
Right.
I want to just check it out, it's code. So what information comes through, they send it back to the MOD in code,
Wow.
and they receive it in code. And
Yeah.
obviously they'd have some sort of code book for that day.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's quite busy here. This is where your radio operator sat.
Oh yeah.
Right.
This side was high frequency stuff. This is your telex machine with your
Oh
Tele-
yeah.
Nice ticker tape. Yeah.
This side is high frequency stuff. So if an atomic strike, that's put out of commission.
Right.
So what
Yeah.
they do is they go,
Oh, back to the old technology. Yeah.
and that's international.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
works on valves, so it's not affected by an atomic strike.
Oh, brilliant.
So, you know, they can at least,
Yeah.
Have a go, yeah.
you know, when you think of Morse, came at about 1840 or something, I think.
Yeah.
like that,
A
yeah.
long while,
time
hasn't it?
ago.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
still using it, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that.
How's your code book there as well?
Yeah, yes.
That's my idea, yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, yeah, SOS.
Everybody knows that one.
Yeah.
Um,
So you got.
you just put this back.
Ah, there's your. Right.
Yeah.
Ah.
What happens here is that when the commander wants another photograph taken of, or he wants a photograph taken of a battle, not a battleship, but an aircraft carrier or a submarine,
Yeah.
he'll tell the pilot, captain, to slow down
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they want the photographs. So what happens, the aircraft will slow down, 500 miles an hour cruising speed, slows down to about 150, 170 miles an hour. And then what happens is the photographer comes here and he opens this window in flight. Okay.
So another. There you go.
Yeah. But
Wow.
if you travel 150, 170 miles an hour,
Yeah.
that will be taken out of your hand.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens is that there's your camera, it's on a tripod, and the tripod is anchored here.
Ah,
Gotcha.
okay. I wonder what that bit was.
Yes, that's to anchor the tripod.
Right.
With technology, as new stuff came on the market,
Yeah.
you know, the development of computers from 1960 on was incredible. You know, we're just after the war, in fact,
Yeah.
was quite incredible. So when it was good, it was fitted to the aircraft. That's why it's all corners and
Yeah.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
forth. And it's all old style.
Yeah. It's just. God.
Yeah, I suppose with miniaturisation and stuff as well, there was a lot of space left over.
Well, the new one is a Boeing 737, which is wider than this aircraft.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more space inside, much more comfortable,
Yeah.
you know.
But yeah, it's quite cramped, isn't it?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
very cramped.
Yeah.
But there's 13 people on here, sometimes up to 17 people in
God.
this aircraft.
I suppose it forced you to get on with people.
You have
Get
to
on with
be,
your colleagues.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so important. Anyway, yeah, there we go. There's our toilet.
Of course.
Ah, right.
There's a little toilet there. It's not bad size. Above us, here, this is the Astrodome.
Ah.
Hey, right.
You know, plotting direct routes by stars
Yeah.
through here.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting that technology is still
Yeah.
in use.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. I could just put it there just in case.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
So the like mods, it's just.
I'll get a phone
Look
with
out.
it.
Get over
Yes.
the wing as well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
And down there
Oh,
is
that,
the,
yeah.
the office. Is the office.
That's the seat I sat in at the air show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was it.
The pilot seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I felt very privileged to they actually let me sit in the seat for a bit.
Keeper for future generations.
Of course, yeah.
You see on the yoke, you've got that red cap and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for the nuclear bombs.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
I
okay.
see.
So you lift the cap up, and there's a button underneath.
Right.
Press the button and the bomb drops. But they're going to be pressed simultaneously, otherwise nothing happens.
Right.
Ah, right.
They're
Okay.
pressing simultaneously. And then they get the go-ahead from the commander,
Yeah.
because you can't go dropping
No.
nuclear bombs willy-nilly, can you?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, thankfully they were never used then.
You see the horizon?
Oh yeah.
You can see the tint,
Oh
60
my
degrees.
God.
You see how close the water is.
Yeah.
These guys are great. I see.
Still able to pilot completely fine. In
Oh my
that
God.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, yeah, just
Yeah, they can see the horizon there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
yeah.
My God.
Beautiful.
Yeah. What's it we've got there? Yeah, they've got
Oh
the
yeah,
logo.
because you see the artificial horizon on the instruments there. What angle
Yes,
they're at?
that's-
Yeah,
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 exactly.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, yes.
yeah. Because
my
that's odd
God.
because they're at 90 degrees actually on the instruments on here, which
Oh yeah.
Yes.
so we should be flying at 90 degrees.
Should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
God.
This pipe here is
Yeah.
you get that probe pipe sticking down front.
Oh, for the fuel, yeah.
Right.
The fuel comes through here,
Right.
the fuel comes through here. The flight engineer sits here, and then he moves the fuel around to the different tanks in the aircraft.
Right.
Oh my God.
Okay, to keep balance.
Yeah.
But his job is to monitor the instruments and so forth.
Wow.
There's,
Wow.
That's a skilled job, I should think.
Yeah.
so much to just see.
Yeah.
Have to monitor constantly.
Yes, and he's monitoring. It takes the
Yeah.
work off the guys in the front to see. Because these are engine temperatures, revs, and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, fuel capacity.
Massive it is.
And as we're flying low over the sea,
There we go. So there we go, that was a look round the Nimrod. Thank you very much for the gentleman that showed us round. That was absolutely awesome. And yeah, that was a good look round that. So yeah, and thank you for treating me to the guided tour.
Yeah, happy
So,
Father's Day.
Hope you enjoyed that. Right.